Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey and Spencer Hughes here on the Daybreak Show. It's time for the Sheriff Sit Down, presented by our Community Credit Union. Mason County Sheriff Casey Salisbury, Chief Deputy Ryan Spurling. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Like the shirts. Let's talk about them.
So, as you know, a number of years ago, we started working to raise money for our Special Olympics athletes. And this last year, due to all the circumstances occurring in the country, we were not able to do our run. So this year, what we're going to do is extend what we call our Beards and Boots fundraiser another month. And I'll let Ryan explain what the patrol division is going to do and other people in our office.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is it's something that I don't even remember who came up with it, but it was a fundraiser opportunity. Plus, the deputies really like wearing a beard, especially during hunting season and some of those other things. So we put the two things together, and they basically donate $20 a month for each month that they want to wear a beard. And the sheriff has opened up our grooming policy from September through December to be able to wear a groomed beard for those 4 months if the deputy donates. They can also wear jeans and boots because not everybody can grow a beard. Yeah, obviously some of the other staff and stuff like that. So if they want to continue, and some donate and don't do either, but it's a fun way to raise some awareness and raise some money for the Special Olympics. And we have such great athletes in our community.
Certainly do. Casey, this has to have been 4 or 5 years, right? Because Under Sheriff Barrett was way against this. You know, he didn't like. He didn't like the any sort of facial hair.
You know, I'm not total fan of it either, but it was kind of interesting when after Under Sheriff Barrett got down to where he was retirement, he was fine with it.
Yeah.
But you know, I this was something I'd wanted to do for years. I always say this, and I'd been in the torch run in the Thurston County area a number of times, and we had kind of made a couple efforts to get going. And so Chief Kevin Hansen was with me at a conference, and it was brought up about who was going to do Special Olympics. And I said, I'd really like to do that. He says, you really want to do it really bad? And I said, yeah. And so he stood up in front of the whole conference and said, hey, Mason County's doing the torch run this year. He goes, I hope you wanted to do that. So that's what got us motivated to get going. And the two chiefs set off and set up a running course for us. And we were very fortunate, especially last year, we had the United States Marine Corps, the Navy, and the United States Army Special Operations Air Regiment brought people down. And we had a great run. And then, of course, COVID hit, and it just kind of took that away. So this year, as we started talking about the Beards and Boots, I was approached by a number of the staff saying, hey, to raise just a little bit extra money, could we back this up and start it in September because of the start of hunting season? And could we get started for hunting season because a lot of people take their time off for that? So we moved it back a month, and so you'll see some of the people will be wearing at work jeans and boots as a result of this.
Is there any thoughts about doing maybe not a sanctioned virtual run or some other way that folks, if they wanted to, just talk with their friends and say, well, I'm going to raise some money for Special Olympics, I'm going to do a run?
Special Olympics does have something along that line. If you go to their website, where people just like in Seattle, I saw for some other events, did bike rides. And you're kind of your honor system that you're going to make that run. And I'm sure that there'll be people out videotaping themselves running or something to raise money for the athletes. But it's a tough year all around for the athletes as well, because a lot of the programs that they do are, of course, together for our Special Olympics athletes here are very involved in basketball. Well, any of those group circumstances now have pretty much been shut down. And so it's been a tough year to raise money for Special Olympics as well as for the athletes to have the opportunity to participate.
Are the shirts going to be available for folks, or is...
We've been selling them, and they're still online. But we were that was another one. Not for me and for the chief. We do a lot of public things. We do a lot of that kind of stuff, and go to Kiwanis and Moose Club and other organizations.
Chamber,
and when you're there, the chamber, and people, you have it on, and people will buy a shirt. They'll give you some money for shirts and say, hey, sell it to the next person. And that's been all gone this year too, the ability to get out and sell. So we actually started with this shirt sales, but it was very tough to get out. If anybody would like to make a donation or don't know where to go, bring it down here and drop it off the radio station, I guess, or the sheriff's office if you'd like to make a donation to to Special Olympics because we really want to support the athletes.
It's tough right now. A lot of folks, especially that need those services with Special Olympics. There's a lot of budget concerns, and people are unsure about what's going
Right.
on. So
We always had it walk or run through North Mason High School and Shelton High School, and the students were
Oh,
involved
yeah.
supporting some of their own students.
Uh-huh.
And it was always such a great program. So it's really kind of a bummer to not see that occur.
yeah, well, hopefully next year we can get back to some sort of a run. Hopefully somehow, but
We're looking forward to that, and we'll hopefully we won't be running in cowboy boots, but we'll be ready to go. And again, if you would still like to make a contribution to Special Olympics, and I believe I believe I'm correct on this, that you can actually go online to
Yes.
Washington State Special Olympics and you can buy shirts there as well.
okay, great. Mason County Sheriff Casey Salisbury, Chief Deputy Ryan Spurling here for the Sheriff's Sit Down, presented by our Community Credit Union. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.